Welcome to Raised in Alaska. Today is going to be one of those days that I generally never show you. Generally on my channel I just show you the fun stuff, the cool stuff. I don't show you the behind the scenes, oops we made a mistake or we screwed up. Well, yesterday we screwed up pretty good. There's a little bit of that in the video prior. My daughter and I went out to Glacier. Absolutely amazing ride, fantastic scenery, and on the way back I swamped out a wheeler. We couldn't rescue it even though we tried. We ended up killing the battery in the one wheeler that did work. I swapped the batteries out. We left that wheeler behind. We took the good wheeler back, and so today is the next day. And it's going to require more than a wheeler to get the broken down wheeler out of there. And so I'm getting my Argo ready to go. And where we're going, I'm going to just take the tires. I'm going to take the tracks off. And if you've watched my channel much, you know that I'm a huge fan of tracks. Tracks will go amazing places. They're fantastic on the tundra, in the mud. They're good in the water. But where we're going to go today is pretty much trail riding and rocky surfaces, and these tracks don't do great in trail riding or rocky surfaces. Basically, it takes all the suspension and the cush out of the tires and it just beats the tar out of you. So I'm going to take these tracks off so that we don't get beat up, and also these tires will hook up better on smooth rocks than the tracks will. So we're going to go ahead and get these off. I've already let the air out of all four corner tires, which reduces the circumference of the track, so that hopefully we can get this off. So I got one track off, I'll get the other track off. I'll tell you, I'm not really looking forward to this day. Partially, yesterday's failure doesn't make me super happy, but the weather outside just is horrible today. It's been raining for about the last 18 hours. So we don't have to worry about the mud though. This thing's gonna handle all that mud. But it's gonna be wet, it's gonna be cold, it's gonna be nasty. Frequently people say there's no such thing as bad weather, just bad gear. Today we're going to be wearing full rubberized grunion gear, because if you wear Gore-Tex, fancy little Gore-Tex, when you sit on a wet seat, it soaks through and gets your hiney wet. And so we're not going to do that. We'll wear this rubberized gear, but even with good gear, it's not going to be the best day ever. But we should have that machine backloaded up by the end of the day. Generally I run 5 pounds of pressure in this first tire, then 7, and then 6 for the tracks, but for this purpose I'm going to put them all at 6 pounds. Okay, Argo wise we're going in pretty light. I got all my toe strap and gear in here, some tools, a little bit of water and Gatorade, and a ratchet strap. So this is the best weather I've seen all day. Might not be a bad day after all. What's that? They came across there. All right, there it is. Let's start. Oh, that's good for now. Okay. We found it, thankfully, thanks to Hunt Onyx actually. So now we got 3 things to do before we can get out of here. We're going to hook the battery up. We're going to pull the spark plugs out and roll the engine over to see if there's any water in the pistons, and then we're going to make sure it's in neutral before we tow it. Loosen that in. No water in the airbox?
Well, I mean, there's a little bit of water in the bottom.
Okay, this looks dry. I want to pull that.
Yeah.
Oh, there's water in there for sure. Yeah.
Good enough?
Still water coming out. I want to make sure I don't get that cross-threaded. Just out of curiosity, I wonder what color the oil is. No water in the oil, it looks like.
Well, if there's water in the oil, it'll be at the bottom. You want me to hold on to something?
Yeah, if you hold those. They make those screws not long enough to reach there. See, if you don't shim it before you start out, then you just have problems. Look at that. See that little bug right there?
Okay.
That's what chewed my face off yesterday. I'm probably gonna have scars from yesterday. Oh,
another biscuit. Yeah.
Make sure that
you got your
that one doesn't come out. See you there. Probably there with the other 100 of them that I've lost. There we go.
You get it?
nut or a bolt. Yeah. So this battery's probably hardly got any juice in it. It was completely down when it was on the other machine yesterday because we were using the winch too much. So we pulled the battery out of this one.
Did you?
Oh, bummers.
That's the practice run.
So hopefully there's enough juice in this battery to change the gears and check and see what gear it's in. There. Yeah. Okay, and then what did I do with those two nuts, do you suppose? Did I set it somewhere really smart? There I did, look at that, boom. Surprised I didn't lose them. It says it's in neutral, huh? Yesterday we couldn't get the thing to even roll. But, okay, then I say we hook up to this thing and see if we can get it out of here.
All right.
Flip this down to there. This is gonna be tricky getting it out of here to start with, probably, but we'll see.
Yeah, you might. That's why I say you might leave it low initially.
I'm gonna take a crescent wrench to those just to make sure they're extra tight so they don't flop out on the way. Okay, so I think what's probably going to happen when we go to pull this, I think I'm going to end up running into that tree, but we'll see. We'll have you scoot up there and maybe I can get off and lift it over or something. We'll see. You ready? Yep. Brakes are hung up on it. Let's give it another pop. Okay? Because it looks like all the tires are turning except for this front one right here.
Boy, this is, and look at this, how it's, yeah, I wonder if it could be.
Well, if we get it going, do you think, I mean, is it just a matter of getting this roll, do you think?
Well, these brakes are hydraulic, right?
Yeah.
So that is okay.
And so I'm thinking that that's just broken somewhere.
So
See, it is.
Mechanical?
Yeah, that's broken.
Oh.
So that cable's broken
that's just
somewhere.
A mechanical. Okay, so that's just mechanical brake. That's not hydraulic.
But it's got.
So see, like right now, I've got it pulled back.
Okay, shall we?
And see how it's like. See, it's not as floppy.
Okay, so
that's. I don't think that's hanging up.
let's try it again. Let's bump it again. I think it's the front tire though that's hung up.
It's just. And it says it's for sure in neutral, huh?
Yep, that's what it says.
It says that.
But it's not. It doesn't act like neutral, does it?
No, it sure doesn't. You said there's a mechanical way to get it into
Yep,
neutral?
I brought sockets for that.
So that should be neutral.
Will it roll now, I wonder?
Mm-hmm.
I think it might.
All right, well.
Ready? Yep. It wants to go there. Stupid thing. Do it again. Okay, so the back brakes I think are hung up some. It started to roll, but then the back brakes are hung up some, I think.
Oh.
Okay, so
that
now
rolled a little. Yeah, there you go. 2, 3. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Keep going?
Yeah. Okay, hold on, hold on. Okay, now do it again. All right, so we've made it 10 feet so far. Things are looking good. Oh, now I've got to make this corner. This is going to be entertaining.
See if we can just push it up a bit.
Go ahead and give it a tug and I'll push at the same time. Well, we've made it almost 10 yards.
That's the hardest 10 yards though.
Exactly. Yep. There's no point in having the ignition on. All right, so We'll come back and visit if it looks like something's interesting. I know we got a big water hazard coming up that should be entertaining. Well, this might be the definition of a go roping. So this is going to prove to be interesting here, because we are swimming coming through a little bit, and I don't think it'll pull it when it's swimming, but we'll see how it goes. We'll figure it out. Oh no, it's not swimming, it's good. Oh, he's swimming now. That's why we're going so slow. Oh, got traction on something. See, it'll... There we go, there we go. Yeah, yeah, yeah. There we go, now he's hooked up. Should do a little swimming there for a minute. I think that's the biggest water hazard. There is a stream that we have to cross that'll be interesting, but that I think was the one that I had the biggest concerns about. Although the stream has a current to it, and so that could prove to be challenging. We'll see. I feel like we're in a rhythm now and things are going pretty well. Probably shouldn't say that because usually when you start floating things go bad, but it seems like things are going okay right now. Going for it. Argo seems to be holding up well. Oh yeah, we're gonna make it. I'm leaning over here on the upwater side. Put some weight on that, you know, so it doesn't tip over. There we go. Well, that was one of my two big worries, right? Well, three big worries. 2 down, 1 worry left to go. He's just swimming. It'll catch here in a minute. Now we're going to side hill this. I need to go pretty much straight up. See, he's turned. There we go. He was turning, and so it was taking the power off the left side. There we go.
I guess this way is better.
Yeah, and you can see there's a little island in the middle, so we'll be able to stay on the ground the whole time. It's funny how 30 yards can make such a difference. I need to straddle that or things are going to get ugly. So we're going to put a longer section of rope on here because if we start swimming, this Argo won't pull it. Most of the way across there. We should have pulled me all the way up to the water, to the edge of the water. Look at that. Completely unnecessary. Oh no, look at that. See, now he's swimming. That's what he needs right there. There's a drop off here somewhere. There it is.
Yeah, where they crossed was better.
Yeah. Yeah, there was quite a little drop off there.
Yeah.
Right there. All right, we're on the home stretch now. Next time we tune in, we'll probably be at the truck.
All right, you ready?
Oh, I don't think that looks like a great idea right there. So we're tied down there. All tied down there. Back of this is tied down. That turned out to be a lot easier than I thought it was going to be, and the weather was a lot nicer. Thanks for tuning in today.